right. Okay. Alright, and in the moment, I'm going to quickly grab myself some libations. And then I will be back and we'll go ahead and get started here. And, oh, we just lost Tech, but I'm not too surprised.
I'm really happy for him.
Well, I mean, I'm happy if he has the good things happen.
Yeah, everything's in line for him. He just has to put
Hopefully. It's not, well, that's not really the case. What's going on is literally what happens with other people, but still. Anyway,
Yeah.
be back.
Alright. And I do believe we are live, so P's and Q's, gentlemen, P's and Q's.
Pretty quiet, huh?
Yep.
Oh, I thought we were live on YouTube.
We're live on Twitch. From what I can see.
Did my little ranch go live with me? I'm a little rancher now.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I don't.
Alright, everybody. Who's ready for Brony show fun time? Oh, look! Deathlight has even joined us just in time for us to start the stream.
Yay!
Yay! Alright. Now let's go ahead and get on this rocket. I don't know what's going on anymore. We're just gonna get started here. 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody. Welcome once again to the Brony Show, episode 614. I am your host, here to bring you the Brony community for this week. I am Circa Main. But it's not just me who is here. I have with me a wonderful group of panelists that is also here to bring you the Brony community for this week, along with random tidbits, comments, compliments, quips, quotes, and also random gibberish. We have Deathlight Productions, DM21.
I hope more hiccups don't come back in my head.
And Textalion.
How well can you hear me, Circuit? Because I was pretty quiet last week on the mic in the car.
You're still pretty quiet, but you're audible.
Hold on, let me see if I can adjust that from here.
Alright, while he's working on that, we also got Toakoi.
Hi! I roped some people into stuff.
And we also have, from the Otaku Ascended, Suki.
Hiccups are coming from inside the house.
Discord volume seems low. Intro was fine, but the call is low. Okay. CMC, is it the call except me, or does that include me? I am looking at the levels right now, so I'm just not sure what I should turn up here. But as apparently we're figuring out audio levels here. Sorry, creature. I apologize that the last couple of weeks have been stretchy, and now we're literally doing this as we're streaming. I'd like to welcome you all once again, and boy, do we have a fun show this week. Because I've decided... The intro song was louder than the call. You are loud. Everything is loud except the call. So, okay. So I'm going to turn myself down a bit. I'm going to turn the call up a bit.
Dashboard levels are messed up.
There's a lot of things that got messed up, and I do not know why. So I cranked myself down. I cranked you guys up a bit. Hopefully, okay, everybody, let's make some chatter. I think the best way to do that is with a little bit of wub. Totally, so I don't have, so I can't, blah. Okay, yeah, I'm doing this just to check levels. But
Beautiful.
yes.
Stalling! We are stalling!
We're not stalling. We're multitasking.
As long as we're not stalling.
No.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba.
I'm drinking it. Anyway, so
Circuit.
you're still pretty garbled and quiet. That's for the intro. That's not the intro's not something I'm going to be able to adjust until after stream, because if I start trying to adjust it now, it's just going to play again, and that's not cricket. But anyway, for the moment, let's go ahead and start off with a good old helping dose of wubs. With some big old what's up brony for everybody here. So I'd like to ask all of you, as we do every week when this time comes around. What's up, bronies?
Go on handset mode and do it that way.
Yeah, that does
That's
sound.
much
You
better.
do sound a lot better there. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've had to deal with some computer issues, mainly that the hard drive that has my operating system's been wanting to say, no, I don't want to work. Oddly enough, as soon as I brought it home, it worked fine.
Welcome to computers. It never works until you don't want it to, until it breaks.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Can't live with them, can't live without them.
Oh, you can live without them just fine.
You could try to anyway.
Once you go
digital, there is no Isidal. I don't know.
Once you go surfing, you can't go back. You can't stop.
Once you go on social media, you immediately destroy everything that you love about yourself, and you become a horrible shell of a person, and you really need to get off of it. Get away from the social media. We believe in you. Believe in yourself. You don't need to prove yourself to 5 billion people. It's impossible. Just prove it to yourself.
Believe in you that believes in me.
Believe in the you that believes in me that believes in you.
Nah.
Okay. Anyway, so yeah, we got that fun stuff going on. Here's I got quite a lot of let's what's up. Let's what's up. I don't know
What's up?
what's up, babe. So I got quite a bit of what's up, Brony, going on with me. Let's go ahead and start down the list. So, some of you might remember last week I put in an order to Hot Topic for some pony stuff. And I did get it, and every bit of it was as nostalgic as I expected it to be, in the weirdest ways. So, let's get started. First way to get started is, what is wrong with this picture?
I don't know what's wrong with it.
There's something wrong. There's something very wrong.
I wish I could see it, but my eyes don't work too well.
Well, one thing we could do, maybe it'll help, maybe it won't. I don't know. Could try this.
You're giving me new glasses?
No, I would if I could though. I honestly know a cheap place. I got glasses from them myself.
Well, smallish, My Little Pony.
Yes.
With wing motion.
Also, I see the issue here.
Thank
Well,
you.
that's totally pit pedals. What are you talking about?
Okay, sorry. I just realized nobody can see what we're looking at here. Everybody in the call is seeing it, but not the stream. Here we go, everybody.
God.
Hello.
You're just
Yeah.
all levels are just screwed up tonight. I see.
It's the way I live.
Uh,
But yes, yeah. For some reason, this is marked pit pedals, so this is very obviously not a pit pedals.
they had the right idea. They had the marketing all figured out. They messed up on the figure.
Yeah,
Next.
they confused which horse was which.
Next, this one's not quite as detrimental, but it did kind of catch me a little off guard. We know that with imaging, they usually use the show vectors.
Mm-hmm.
This case, they didn't use the vectors, but because of it, Nightmare Moon seems off. But she looks exactly like this on the bottle.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Oh wow, that is. Okay, sorry. I think I just found something I might have to go after at some point here for next winter.
Uh-oh.
This is the danger about actually trying to serve things up immediately while you're streaming. Oh god, this is okay. Fine. Let me open it in a new tab, you jerks. Fine, we'll do it your way. Okay, yeah. Just found this awesome little Nightmare Moon sweatshirt right here.
Oh man.
Oh.
Damn.
Yeah, that
Why wait till next winter?
because I don't have money right now.
Yep.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
explains it.
Eternal struggle.
It's the eternal struggle of being a anime brony video gamer. You will never have money. So the other thing I got were these lounge pants. I'm gonna warn everybody right now. Make sure when you look at the size chart, you look at the correct percentages and the correct thing. I got the size 5 in the plus size because I'm not gonna lie. Whenever I get anything from Hot Topic, or let alone most stores like this, they never go very large. Their XL is like abysmally small. So the fact that they had a plus size thing, I decided, you know what? Let's go with 5. It'll probably be just a little bit tight, but I'm sure it'll fit. No, I was mistaken in the most gloriously horrible way. These things are a 58 waist. I cannot keep these things up without tying them so tightly. It is terrible. But that's not the issue with the pants here. The issue with the pants, you can barely see it if you really look.
The hat.
The
Moving on
hat.
to the hat.
The hat is pink.
It got through the wash with all the other reds. You
She's
fool.
been rare. She's been rarefied.
She's been. So we got a mislabeled mini pony, a weird Nightmare Moon, pink Rainbow Dash hat. Oops, I'm sorry. Pink
AJ
Applejack hat.
Wow. I know she's a background character, but come on, man.
I'm very tired. Okay. Okay, I'm not tired. I'm so scattered. It hurts. But the other thing, and this is all my fault, but they have these enamel pins. I thought they were a full set. That was the dumbest thing I could have thought because they're $10. Duh.
It says blind box right there.
It does. I didn't read that correctly. So yeah, I thought I was gonna get like all 6 of them. No, I got a blind box, and I think I got a Fluttershy.
Always read the fine print.
Read everything and read twice. I swear, this winter's just been exhausting for me in so many mental ways. It's no wonder I'm losing my mind. But yeah. So yeah, it was strangely nostalgic about everything that happened with the Hot Topic order. It really felt like early Brony fandom where nothing was right, sizes were wrong, and they got things mislabeled, colors were off. It's just like, this is nostalgic in all the ways I never expected it to be.
Wow, this brings me back like 10 years.
Yeah. But what brings me back to now, though, is my excitement, because the first batch of BabsCon mead has been put into secondary. This is where I have siphoned it out of the yeast and the fruit. It's now just its liquid form, mostly. I'm letting it sit there for a little while just to make sure that the yeast is still not active, if there's any yeast still in there. Then I'm going to put a little bit of preservative in it just to kill off any yeast production, make sure that stops happening. And then put in a little bit of honey to back sweeten, and I will have the first batch ready to go. And this was amazing because it caught me so off guard. When I started to pump it out, this thing was a deep, clear ruby red.
Ooh.
It looked amazing. So much so that I might have to change my plans about the bottles I'm using and try to get some crystal clear bottles with how red this was. This was so red. I'm just like, I might have to show this off. This might actually have to be something I gotta put effort behind.
Or some people, is it the color blood or just...
Well, it's supposed.
No,
It's
wine.
It's supposed to be. It's just mead. But the thing is that this is a mead that I'm making for the Berry 2 party room specially. And the fact that it is red like wine is beautifully poetic and completely unexpected. I was just going for a fruity flavor, which, these things, it was smooth. It was fruity.
Oh, perfect then. For a moment, I thought you were going to be pulled over, taken away, handcuffed or something for people thinking you might have blood in those.
Nah, I'd like to see them do that. That would be fun.
That'd be funny.
Yeah, that would. Yeah, that's what came to mind.
Just make sure if you're gonna be putting them in clear bottles, just keep them in shadowed places so you don't damage the.
Oh no, they're gonna be boxed. They're gonna be boxed up and well protected all the way up until delivery.
Yeah.
I'm not that crazy.
I've just had really cheap alcohol before it. Yes, a lot of it was sun damage and the separation.
Yeah, no, that could do some damage. Yeah.
Probably what killed my gallbladder, all told. But...
Yep. Also, real fast, a little bit kind of Brony show news, but also what's up, Brony, because it does affect everything. And yeah, if I don't say it now, I know somebody is going to blurt it out at some point. So. I have been officially accepted in Ponies Online as a community guest.
Yep.
I am now a guest, which also means I'm going to be running panels. I'm going to be running panels too, and that scares me because now I have to think of what in the world I'm going to run.
You can run at least one. I'm giving you 2 as a max.
You must have really made
2 as a max.
Upset.
I'll take 2 as a max. I can easily do 2. The question is, Toa, is there
an age?
I want to say age restriction is probably the best way to put it.
We do have a rating system that is based on a culmination of movie, video game, and other places with, similar rating systems. Refer to that on the panel sheet, and I'll get that to you.
So, essentially, yes, we can have a panel of drinking and swearing if we really wanted to, as long as we mark it as that age.
Yep.
Mature audiences only.
I just wanted to confirm on that.
No, you're good. The announcement for everyone else outside of this show, because that's the exclusive of being here, will appear sometime in the next few weeks.
All right. Anyway, so that's a little bit of a heads up and excitement for everybody there. So now you have a reason to go to Ponies Online because of me.
Nah.
So getting that out of the way, I'm also gonna have to start reaching out to people to to see when we want to do panels, if anybody wants to join me on said panels. So that's my wub. I've had a lot of wub going on, and that's it. Anybody else have any wub that they want to throw out there?
Well, you're kind of seeing the BS I've been going through last week, going into this week.
Yeah, the person they hired is being a jerk to you indirectly.
Nah, they're just being lazy.
No,
There's
they're being lazy.
Yeah, don't chalk up to maliciousness what can easily be given to incompetence.
Exactly. Yeah, those are all abbreviations, but it's like when you go down the tab, it's front axle, front right-hand door, box, rear seat belt, carpets, rear seat, ABK, which is your brake assist, front bump, front grill. It was an upper grill, which was missing at work. Those, and then a fuel tank door, which was just barely written up, and a glove box that was barely written up that day. But then a rear axle, a center console, an escape hatch.
I'm sorry, just escape hatch. It's like,
Yeah, I know.
okay.
Just like, and then of course, like, oh, a headlight, that's easy. On sedans, they're a pain. You got to remove the front bumper to get those off. So of course he didn't do it. Of course, I was also written up that today, so it didn't matter. But it's like, just all those big heavy things. That's like, and if you look at like the thing, like, oh, that was written up on Thursday. Why wasn't it pulled yet?
Because it wasn't Deathlight Day.
Yeah, I was so sick on Thursday. I woke up, turned off my alarm, and woke up like 10. Texted my boss like I'm not coming in, and then I slept until Saturday.
That's sick, but I'm glad you got the rest.
It was bad.
That is pretty bad.
And then of course, our wannabe
Thank
corporate
goodness you
overlords
recovered.
trying to get us to get subscriptions and everything, and trying to get my personal email and stuff.
They love to harvest your data.
Oh yeah.
Well, they like to monitor, but
I
yeah.
love to monitor.
Anyway, so enough doom and gloom. Anybody else want to talk about Boom? Or what's up, Brony, anyway?
Yeah, my life's been kind of just living as I go.
Still packing away.
Alright, well, I'd say that's a good segue for us to go ahead and get into the news. Let's go ahead and start off with convention chatter, because we do have conventions coming up, as mentioned. The Festival of Friendship is coming up in just a month over in Southampton, UK. This, of course, is a fun little festival of friendship. I really don't have much to say about it. It's in the United Kingdom. I believe it's been going on for a while now, and it looks exciting and it looks fun, but it's across the pond. So I can't go, and I'd love to go. But either way, I hope to hear some amazing things. I hope it really goes well, and yeah, I'm just hoping for the best over there, because it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. Next couple weeks after that, we have Ponies Online, which apparently they got a special person that is going to be a guest of honor over there.
Yep.
Yeah. You said it was Charlie Horse, right?
Maybe, but don't spill too much, simply because not everyone knows.
Right. Okay, so yeah, don't worry. Okay, nobody pulled the Charlie Horse, okay? Just make sure you don't pull... We're going to go on here.
Oh, man.
Well, here's the thing. I think I could get Charlie from the conventions of Windy City and Ciderfest if CMC wants to do some pulling, but
no, you don't want to pull his leg. It'll hurt. Anyway, yeah, Ponies Online is coming up a couple of weeks after that, and that will be a completely online convention. So if you want the chance to enjoy ponies online without having to go anywhere, it is a perfect and great opportunity to do so. And a couple weeks after that is the magnum opus that me and so many others are getting prepared for in a kind of a right state of panic at this point for me. BabsCon. The final BabsCon. We already have, we're going to have Comet Starshot going to be there as a guest for the time, which is going to be great. We have a lot, I personally am planning a lot of crazy fun events, so that's going to be a lot of fun. It looks like it's going to be quite the bash. Apparently Violet Pony is going to be there, which caused a lot of people to immediately start trying to find ways to get there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I've been sitting in on their morning live streams. It's been fun.
Oh, cool.
A lot of it has been just playing Red Dead Redemption and other video games.
Hey, that's the way to do it.
Music.
But yeah.
You play what you like, man.
Absolutely.
I just think it's funny. A channel wholly dedicated to music. You turn on like, oh, are we going to be working on music? Here they are playing as a cowboy in the West. It's like, okay.
You wanna be a cowboy, okay?
I wanna be a cowboy.
Cowboy.
I wanna learn to rope and ride.
All right. Well, is ready to find out what Hasbro thought of the Brony community in the early years.
They hated us.
Actually, I was scared to death about finding out about this, but
they were terrified of the Brony culture at the beginning.
Not
Yeah,
really.
It was pretty
Actually,
unexpected for them.
This is the funny thing. Apparently, at a comic book shop near Hasbro HQ, this book ended up popping over there, which is basically there was kind of their knowledge base about what things were going to be happening with everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Pop Goes Pony by HasLab.
All right. I think a little bit of context would be needed here. Before we had like the HasLabs that we have nowadays, it was originally a division of Hasbro who look into stuff and research things as stuff went.
Yep. So bronies were researched and they were looked into, and funny enough, they had a thumbs up. They were intrigued. Yeah. They were actually kind of excited that it caught on to internet culture so heavily that a lot of what they were looking at here was to, see how they could tap into it, and also just to identify the culture as it is. It had actually fascinated them in a way.
Just seeing some of this old art is like it makes you go, oh man.
Yeah, remember. This is 2011, 2012.
Yeah.
But I was about to say, second, how many of these do you have in your archive?
I do not know what I have in my archive because I never keep up with any of it.
I love that they showed a 65 Mustang and then a 70s Bronco there too. That's fun.
I can imagine the Hasbro executives being like watching just something like akin to National Geographic when they're looking into the fandom.
It kind of in a way, yeah.
Oh,
but the fact is that it's not only the fact that there's so many crazy memes and stuff in there. Kind of makes me want to go and see if I can start digging up the old meme images and everything again.
That is
because this. Yeah.
Those giant environmental pictures are honestly what I miss most about
How about a pony?
Fandom.
Yeah.
Grand Theft Ponyville.
But yeah, this is like
the Optimus Peaky.
To give you an idea, this is 237 pages of stuff.
Yeah.
They went in deep. They went in deep. They did a lot of exploring, and basically it was pretty positive all around. So, yeah, Hasbro didn't exactly hate us. Which is nice.
Yeah.
No, Hasbro loved us because one, money, and two, advertising.
Of course, money and advertising.
Until some of the bad actors.
Even unfortunately, even bad actors come in everything.
They had to explain a meme.
Bad actors come in everything, unfortunately, but
yeah.
They found these
It's
Ponies
important to tell
trying to
them
think.
a different. It's important to tell those people apart from the fandoms.
Not entirely.
from
No, it's
Yeah.
just simple context. You gotta realize that the fandoms are
Not
not
every-
one person. They're multiple people,
Yeah,
multiple
exactly.
personalities, and some people are just there to try to get a rise out of other people. Trolls.
Exactly. It's what I was trying
So-
to get at. You
It-
can't look at any fandom or group as one thing. If one person does this,
Exactly, and I would like to believe that they didn't do that, because if they did, do you honestly really think they would have allowed the Brony fandom to do everything that they did?
no.
Not even close.
I'm more surprised that they have a vinyl scratch with only words covering it. And
No, we're not pointing that out.
So
We're not pointing that out.
The pony box.
Anyway, this goes on for a long time, and it really just makes me want to find these memes again. I mean, these things were
God,
fun.
Even
it just
though
makes me feel old.
It makes me feel
Yeah.
old, but it also gives me that nice, warm, fuzzy feeling.
Yeah.
But it was, yeah, Chaos Sakai had it right. It was a lot of news outlets that kind of gave Brony culture a lot of negative tint. But at this point, news
Yeah,
outlets give everything a
especially-
negative tint. Give me one
especially
positive news
Fox.
outlet.
Oh my god.
Well, Fox gives everything a negative tint. You know what? No,
Yeah,
politics.
yeah,
That's getting political.
Moving on.
Look, the thing about, unfortunately, the thing about a lot of news media, news outlets is they have to put a negative tint on everything because that's how they get attention. People,
Money.
people
Drama sells.
clutching their pearls and going, "Oh, woe is me! I better keep watching in order to find out how to deal with these ne'er do wells." Anyway, we're gonna move on.
Yeah, what I said about people perceiving the fandoms as one thing, I wasn't talking about Hasbro in that regard. I was talking about normal people outside of.
Yeah, but no
outside
more
of,
people. There's billions of people out there. Some people are gonna see things as negative because they're just sad
Yeah.
people. Anyway,
Indeed.
do you know what would make me happy? A Sunset
Hot
Shimmer chocolate card with a heart-shaped arrow.
Yes.
Oh.
Something we need in our life.
Yes, Valentine's Day
We
edition
need
Caillou
more
cards
Shim
appeared.
Sham.
Unfortunately, I would not try to put an order on these because I'm not gonna lie, I did put an order in AliExpress about 3 weeks ago. It's been stuck in customs for 2 weeks now. I don't think I'm getting that anytime soon. So I wouldn't order anything for a while. From
Yeah,
China.
customs are going to be a tricky thing for the next few weeks, maybe.
If it's already been a tricky thing for a few weeks, it just hasn't been cleared up yet, unfortunately.
It just makes me happy that I ordered the exhaust for my truck for when I did, because that came from Australia.
Oh, that wouldn't be so hard. That wouldn't be so hard. I mean, I got ordered from Alibaba. I'm not gonna lie. I ordered from China.
It was kind of a pain because in order to actually get that processed, I had to temporarily open up a bank account in Australia to transfer the money so I can get the money over to them so I can get the exhaust.
God, that is okay.
Oh,
That's a pain.
jeez.
It was a thing.
Do you know what's another thing you had that had to be transferred over from one place to another? Tamers. So last week we
Oh.
announced that unfortunately Tamer's main channel was shut down, and it has not come back up yet. I do believe that there are still attempts being made. However, Tamers did have, or opened up, one or another, a backup channel to start putting more videos up. So yes, we are still getting the crazy, weird, odd ponies of Tamers once again on their backup channel. And like the previous one, unfortunately, because of the content, it is quite age restricted. So if you want to check out the weirdness that is Tamers, their interesting art, they're basically combination. They're a combination of early 2000s internet humor, weird animation, and apparently very compelling storyline if you really look into it.
That was a bad time for you to say that.
I know what I said, and I know what I meant, but yeah, it's just a bunch of stupid. But just, you know, you can have an opportunity to check it out. I would recommend, if you really are interested, though, make sure you download it. Hopefully this one doesn't get taken down as well. But yeah,
You'll just pop in our channel.
You can't stop the sick.
he might, but you know, sometimes it just eventually wears on somebody if you have to keep making channels over and over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway. Sorry, we got a lot to talk about here, so moving on. So, next, G5. Because, boy, we can't seem to get enough of Tell Your Tale no matter what. Looks like a big compilation of unreleased Valentine stuff popped up over at Doc Anubis, who usually posts a lot of Tell Your Tale concept arts, music, things like that from the seasons that will never be. In this case, a massive load of Tell Your Tale Valentine's things have popped up, including demos, animatics, musics, little other things. So a lot of Valentine stuff. So yeah, if you wanted a big old heaping helping of love, you have the opportunity there. But if you just want the next episode of what remains of the Tell Your Tale information, the animatic for 35 has also now been released, dealing with the ponies becoming sea ponies, and of course, more artifacts, mysterious magics, and just other fun things.
What could have been?
What could have been? What could it be? But in either case, we still have them and they're available, and you can still, if you want to, you can download the source information, which will have a lot of other things, including concept art, music, scripts, things like that. There's a lot of information there if you really want to dig into it, which is really cool that we can still have this available to us. Next, we already mentioned this, but here's an official quote unquote source. Lauren Faust did voice the Fosticorn that appeared in the Sean Keller animation Ponies in Space.
Yeah, I found that out a few days ago. That's pretty neat.
Yep, and it was pretty much confirmed in the chat, in the basically in the comment log of the YouTube. So, yep, Fosticorn. Fosticorn was Faust, which is awesome. That was really cool.
There's nothing false about this.
No. But if you wanted more than just another appearance of the Fosticorn, the top 10 pony videos of January has popped up. Of course, we want to shout this out because there's a lot of great animations that are out there. We try our best to showcase all of them. Sometimes we don't get to them all, or maybe you might miss an episode or forget about an animation that we did talk about a little bit. Now you can get a nice little dose of the top ones for the month, and you might find something fun that you haven't had to check out or you want to check out again. Like, who wouldn't want to see King Sombra in his festive, slightly erotic European wear? I'm sure somebody out there does.
A few people that would.
There are quite a few people that would. But yes, and with that, a Faustian bargain. Ooh, I love that.
Oh, so, very Faustian.
And with that, I'm going to take a sip of my drink. Totally not alcoholic, I swear.
No. It's just grape juice.
Sure.
And we're going to go on to the challenge of the week. Over of our fan submissions and suggestions. And of course, the challenge of the week pops up every single week. We spin a big wheel. Random choices are made. Then we get a prompt for artistic expression for everybody to try to participate in if they can. We ask for anything. Music, writing, art, science. Maybe I'm just sending a rocket to space and then having it pop out a little banner that says artistic expression. Here we go. There are many ways you can go about it. All we ask is that you take the prompt to heart and find a way to express it in any way you can. But along with that,
I'm totally banned from giving suggestions because I got 3 in a row. How? I don't know.
Self-ban, but yeah, pretty much. But along with that, we also have a protest initiative challenge.
Cole was baking cookies, so he'll be over in a moment, and it seems like the protest challenge was business card?
I don't know, Cole.
Business card!
See, Cole,
there he is.
How are the cookies?
They just came out of the oven. I gotta leave them on the tray to sit for a minute. I think I cooked them for a minute too long, maybe.
No,
but we'll see.
Fine.
We'll see how they taste.
Yeah.
But I gotta let them cool for a few minutes.
No, you gotta go and give them a chomp. Burn the inside of your mouth and everything.
So, business card. This one took me a little bit to come up with an idea, and I did pretty much a lot of this by hand altogether. So,
That is impressive.
yep, we have the Circuit Main Professional Sleep Partner business card on a random bar table out there somewhere.
See, that's dangerous because somebody would take that seriously.
Well, the problem is there's no contact information on it.
You see, you say that's a problem, but
Just the quiet, yeah.
you know me, Circuit. I punch holes in my business cards. I have no intention on actually making them be useful.
Good point. Yeah. But
Oh,
yes,
it is useful. You can still read them.
yes, but the
You just have to find the
professional Circuit Main Professional Sleep Partner for all slumber parties of all types and sizes, including with the great benefits of often showers, snores less, is nice and warm, and a little squishy. Truly a wonderful sleep partner for any slumber party.
Absolutely. Perfection.
The head comes off.
No, I was trying to show like the squishy body portion. It's not supposed to be a head. It's not supposed to be a head off situation.
He even gives you circuit jammies to sleep in.
He's got different expressions, so you can change it.
The one is crying for some weird reason. We don't know why.
You've got 7 that are crying and 1 that's smiling.
I'm selling it is literally selling myself.
He's not crying. It's just
It's a business card. It's a business card. I mean the whole idea of the professional sleep part. My idea with the professional sleep partner, have the head as just like the stupid branding logo thing, just like the smiling head. But you got to show what the goods are. You got to show the squishy round body.
Well,
So-
you should have put little things going squishy here.
Yeah.
I know. I should add a little more, but I literally ran out of work time on this. I finished
You should have said how the thing said "try me" and another.
No, I should have done a little bit more.
Don't try me.
I should have. I know. I literally logged out of work and I still had to finish coloring this thing, which took. I did not have enough time to finish this as much as I'd like to.
I like the idea that like the circuit head in the corner is just like the two lawyers on the billboard that are just like injured. Good.
Okay, yeah, you kind of get the idea there a little bit.
Yes.
Looks like you got decapitated and your head just.
Oh, for God's sake! Why does everybody keep coming up thinking decapitation? I should have just moved the head down.
The Twilight gif in the corner is looking at the business card. And
Oh, that actually is depressing me now. Why? Why did you point that out? Dang it! No, Twilight. No, I love. I buy your merchandise. Okay, we're gonna move on to Toa now.
That's
Yeah,
okay,
Toa can get razzed at. Well, at least for simplicity, Toa has really simple business cards.
I also love my bed with
Random ball.
ball.
Yeah, random ball. Bed with ball.
Well, you know,
Actually, really hard ball because that thing does not look comfortable at all.
it does not.
yeah,
it does not go
it's
squish.
held between the headboard and the edge of the.
Actually, what is that bed made out of?
The
I mean,
blankets are hard as well.
yeah, everything about that bed is hard. That actually is scary now that I think about it.
See, that's why you use.
And there is
water
no
filters.
pillow. There is just mattress.
There's mattress with floating ball. That's supported by blanket.
It's the rigid ball.
Is a rigid.
You know, because it's a robot having a pony a business card. A robot's bed would not be the same as a pony's
Well,
bed.
what I mean is the
Robot
robot
bed
selling
is just a
beds?
slab.
So is this basically Toa trying to become a mattress salesman? Is he trying to do the Bender and the Bender cooking kind of thing going on, where he absolutely has no business doing this because he wouldn't know comfortable if it bit him in the ass because he wouldn't even feel it?
Let's go with that. I just was like, okay, I got about 30 minutes. What can I do?
Yeah, I gotta appreciate that approach. I got 30 minutes. What can I do? You know.
Don't you at night snuggle up to a big old purple bowling ball?
Once in a while.
Every now and some again.
Oh, whoa! Hey, while we were talking, we actually got another entry in. Is there anything additional? Really quick, is there anything additional that we need to throw out here, Toa?
Nah, I think I off-call it CMC, but it's
actually
hard to get it right.
I didn't even know that was a CMC. I thought it was just random hoof.
It's Pinky.
But seriously,
Yeah,
are you advertising just a bed? Are you advertising a slumber party? What were you trying to aim the advertisement towards?
Well, originally the bowl was meant to be a head, like someone laying down, because stick figure.
Right.
But then, as the colors went on, it's like, it'll do. Ooh, I was more concerned about getting the hand right because you know how bad hands can be.
That's a fair point. But I mean, what was it supposed to advertise? Or did you just have a business card with a bed on it, and that's it? There's no point to it.
That was the base idea.
So Toa doesn't even have a business. He's just handing out cards with a bed on it.
Good.
Fine. That works.
All the information is on the fine print is all in the fine print of the back, which is about like a millimeter tall, so you can't read it without a magnifying glass.
Yeah. So creature gave us Little Cheese's sleepover sleep-tacular services. Little Cheese has games, music, treats, bags, and blankets, and more. With rental venues available now and no reservation necessary, we know when we're needed. Wow.
Beautiful.
So basically, he did a fun little fan thing for Piggy's child, and that's what happens.
All right, and at the bottom, you can't see it. It's a subsidiary of Sea Sandwich Traveling Parties Incorporated.
Haha!
It even incorporated a little bit of back late lore here. Hold on, let me see. Is there any way to do this?
Got to make it hard to read so people don't know that they're affiliated in case something happens.
Oh,
there we go. You can kind of see subsidiary there now. Yeah.
That's one lucky kid.
No, that's one enterprise. That's one enterprising kid, or he's unfortunately dealing with the whole "Daddy's got a business now. I have to be part of it" curse.
Yeah.
Daddy was the thing.
But in either case, I love it. It is actually beautiful. Absolutely love this.
To this end, I still don't know what Little Cheese's actual pronouns are, and I choose to ignore anything.
I don't think anybody knows. Well, I think they considered it male, but I think they kept it androgynous just so we would figure it out for ourselves. Literally.
Yep.
But it's like Undertale.
Let the fanfic writers go wild.
Speaking of fanfic writers going wild, so Short Circuit also threw in something in content creation outside of the challenge, but his own funny artistic idea. Not exactly pony either, but definitely odd. So he apparently decided to create an Eevee character who had an evolution crisis. Couldn't stay evolved because it turned out he had a great-grandparent who wasn't quite a Pokemon, but apparently an Eevee that is also part Digimon, so he literally can't stay evolved.
No, if he used...
The only reason I say that is that's Sunamon Digimon.
Yeah, I know.
That's a Sunamon from Digimon.
I have no
Oh,
clue.
also, technically, that blue one right there, that is a recolor of Redamon's pre-evolution.
Oh. Well, there you go, then.
I knew the form looked familiar.
Basically, that Eevee has the same situation as Gatomon's pre-evolution of that pre-evolution, Salamon. Salamon's pre-evolution, like, I think it's Necomon or something like that.
Yeah,
it's hard to remember.
Yeah, the only thing that's weird is just basically it's like a floating Eevee head with a tail, which, yeah, I get the Digimon thing, but it's kind of creepy seeing it with a Pokemon character.
You just got used to it.
Probably. And also along with that, I'm gonna... Oh, I did goof this up. Oh well, I was in a rush to try to finish this too. The other reason why I didn't get to work on the secret business card until later was I was trying to finish another entry that I was trying to make last week for the newbie artist alumni group, which was basically a Cadence and Shining Armor celebrating Valentine's. And before you guys start to think of the thoughts I know you're thinking, I was just figuring, I think 2 adult ponies would just want to sleep in.
Yeah.
So I was
brimming with energy from Valentine's Day existing.
They do have that, but I also figured that she would just also want to sleep in for a little while before letting the energy out.
Aftermath of a little...
Before the energy just takes over and she becomes a demon being.
Pretty much. A little bit about... Yeah, I like to take things a different direction. I'm the one that would imagine Pinkie Pie drinking coffee and then suddenly becoming actually calm and sane.
Yeah. Well, you know, that actually does happen with people.
Exactly. You know, the kind of the self-medication.
It would actually make sense for
It's called a caffeine rush.
No, for the folks with ADD, the caffeine molecule is very similar to certain ADD drugs.
Yeah. So
that's
weird
right. Yeah, I
depending on
almost forgot
certain
about
people, your downers are actually uppers and your uppers are downers. So it's weird.
It's a fun time, but yeah, it means that coffee could actually calm people down, which is funny as hell.
Yeah, don't give me an energy
It's
drink.
good to self-medicate with so much caffeine.
So anyway, yeah, that's what I was trying to go with this. Honestly, I didn't mind too badly how I drew them, though I wish I could have did a few more alterations here and there. There was a lot I wish I could have done with this, but I didn't have a lot of time and just ran out of time altogether. So I slapped this together as quickly as I could with what I did have.
See, they got it all figured out. They just called up Twilight saying, "Hey, look at our demon spawn for a day. We're gonna sleep in."
Yeah. You had ADD as a kid. I swear to the gods, because I'm getting better and healthier about my life, my ADHD is probably coming up and flaring like mad now. It's no wonder I can't focus on anything. What are we doing again?
I don't know.
Okay.
We're doing a show
Anyway.
multiple years.
Actually,
I think I might have the opposite of the HDHD, like the slowness, not the hyperness.
Yeah. I think that's... No, I'm not going to say
It's got both sides.
Yeah.
Everything is affected. We're all mentally crazy. Let's just deal with it. Nobody's sane. So,
I accepted that I'm crazy long ago.
Do you know what? It's
Everyone's
also...
insane.
Do you know what you got to accept now? We got to accept the picker wheel. Because it's time to come up with an artistic challenge. That's right. So, yeah, we already got the prompts in. Every week, we bring up the wheel. Everybody gets a prompt that they can put into the wheel. Everybody gets one. You'll only get one, so make sure you have yours selected before you put it in. But you are free to put in a selection. We'll put it all into the wheel. We will then randomize the wheel and then give it a big old spin and see what that prompt becomes. That prompt will be our challenge for the next week. And of course, everybody is encouraged to be a part of that challenge, whether you want to do art, music, writing, poetic dancing. If you want to do like an East Side Story thing with a play and you're going to have snapping fingers, it's got both sides. I'm going to beat you, decide. I'm going to smack you with a twilight.
Right. Just do interpretive dance of whatever he's singing right now.
What? Don't come up with things like this without a beat right behind me.
Actually,
because I
like
can't rhyme very well when I got myself by myself.
I ain't got no rhythm.
Cause I ain't got rhythm.
Because I can't dance. I can't talk. Only thing about me is the way I drink this liquor.
Okay,
Circuit, I'm gonna make a
stop you hard.
I'm done. I'm already done.
Circuit, I'm gonna make amending here. Maybe
What? I'm listening.
It's the best bet. Go with the other one.
Beating the odds instead of best bet.
Yeah.
All right. This is the only time. Remember, you get it in, and you get it in that time. If you change your mind, too late. Usually.
Yeah.
I put my headphones back on, and I want to bash. I am so. Is that the prompt, or are you just really upset at me?
Damn.
You know what? Yes, we'll do. Yes, it's a yes. I hate my job. Wow, now we're getting depressing.
But I have been there though, like editing audio is like, oh god, no! Why'd you do this, you stupid AV or VA?
Why did you record in this way? I can't fix it because you're peeking the entire time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or they're sitting there and they're like, I'm gonna do like the next 2 minutes just saying the same line over and over again, like no difference in inflection or anything. And it's like
Actually, it's even worse if it's just 2 words. No way. No way. No way.
See, I dealt
No
with that
way.
actually for an audio book. Like,
No
every single
way.
time I seen this lady's name come in, I'm like, no. Because I knew immediately, like, okay, this chapter's 20 minutes long. She has like 5 lines. I'm gonna see over 30 minutes of audio for those 5 lines.
Oh.
Oh, God.
Jeez.
The super perfectionist. Let's see. Oh wow! Somebody took Suki's and just went nuts. I put my headphones back on and I want to bash myself unconscious with them now and end up in another world. He threw an isekai into it.
Oh jeez.
I feel the need to hire Nintendo lawyers.
Oh wow! Immediately
Sorry
for the
about this.
throat.
Sorry
No,
about
actually,
that.
not even for the throat. He's going immediately for the cojones. Anyway,
Yeah.
Hold on. Chaos Sakai did memes, so.
Wait, he did do memes? Okay.
Yeah, he did
What?
memes.
Yeah.
Okay then, my bad. I double checked. I actually double checked. I did not. Oh yeah, there it is. Memes. Yeah. Okay, I apparently have lost my ability to read as well for now, so let's just go ahead and randomize
It's
this.
okay. It almost happened to me earlier today.
Yeah.
We spin!
Oh! Apparently we don't hate our jobs, but we beat the odds. Wow, I did
Both sides.
beating the odds.
I'm glad I changed.
It's okay, Kazukai. I get it. It's a joke. It's a good joke though. I'm not gonna lie. It was funny. Just got.
Yep.
So next
Gotta respect the joke.
next week's challenge is apparently beating the odds. The irony. But it also has a protest initiative challenge.
Yes, the Protest Initiative challenge this week is Quark.
Quark?
Quark,
Look.
Oh, I love Quark as a material, actually. It's great.
right? It's so good. It's so versatile.
I have mixed feelings
Yeah.
about it, but yeah, it does well for a pinboard. But God,
Well, you
it
know,
drives.
Like, you know what they make like the anti-squeak out of for your boots and shoes?
No, but
The
I.
high quality stuff uses Quark.
Ooh.
Huh.
Ooh.
That makes
And
sense.
it's also moisture wicking and everything else too, so it doesn't actually pick up smell or anything.
Ooh, that's quite quirky.
Excellent.
Yeah.
No.
Also, this prompt is giving me Ratchet and Clank vibes.
Are you Corkin sure? Sorry, I'm. You know what? I'm not sorry. That's funny. Let's moving on.
It's funny,
Hey,
shut up.
remember, we
It's
like
funny,
to
shut
do
up.
stuff to do stuff.
All right. Yeah, and I basically am just kind of running on nonsense at this point, so I'm just gonna keep going.
Second, we are nonsense incarnate.
Non.
Incarnate.
Sense. Ooh.
Circuit, do you like non bread?
Actually, I do. I got a bunch of
Yeah.
non bread for pizza making in the freezer now.
Oh.
That's going to be good.
Of course, I miss just being able to eat bread entirely. I still have it as a snack. I just, I'd become so fat if somebody just gave me non-bread every day.
Same.
So, it's time to go ahead and start off with our Well, our Brony Show panelists. So this has been a while, so just to give a quick refresher to everybody and everything about this. The whole idea is that we split up into 2 teams. One team, and then what will happen is I will bring up a prompt. This prompt will have 2 choices. None of them are very good. The whole idea, though, is for the first team selected to choose which prompt they want to go with and to defend it and inform everybody and justify why this is the one that you want to go with, why this is the better of the 2 choices. And of course, the other team will have the unfortunate job of defending their decision or non-decision because they will get the leftover. Or if there is more than one choice, they get to choose one of the other 2 that are left. But they will have to defend theirs. And basically, it will go back and forth to try to decide who makes the better argument about which is the better choice. Of course, this is all done in silly merriment. None of this is serious. And I will promise you that the world will not change no matter how you defend this or if a winner is chosen. But with that in mind, I do see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people. So we're going to split up into 2 teams of 3, and then one of you will get Toa. Whoever needs a handicap.
Don't worry, I'll sit out. I was planning on just gonna go to bed.
Oh, okay. You can just be my cohort then until you decide to call it a night then. So, do we want to split through alphabet, or do we want to have people select their teams? Because I can go either way. Or we could just flip a coin for everybody.
Roll dice.
Roll dice.
Roll dice.
All right, everybody. Go bring up your Google and roll a 6-sided dice. I know exactly how we're gonna do this.
Okay,
Of course.
my D6 is right on top.
Beautiful.
Of course.
I got 5.
Okay.
Okay.
Hold on. So,
How about we just like in the backstage, you just write down what number you got.
No, it's okay. Just go ahead and throw the numbers at me real fast, and I'll be able to tell how I want to split this.
Yep.
Backstage. Where'd that go? Oh, there it
It
is.
ran away. Look for the long cat.
It's everywhere it wants to be. All right.
Ooh, real quick, I'm gonna get cookie.
Oh,
Okay,
yes,
go
let's
ahead and
go.
get your cookie.
We need to see.
All right. DM Tech Toasuki, do you have a number for us?
Wait, what were we doing? Sorry, I was distracted there for a moment.
All right. So remember the old
Roll a D6.
remember the old panelist challenges where we you basically were giving 2 horrible decisions and you have to choose one to defend it?
Yes.
Yeah, we're doing that.
I-
We're just
Of
having
course,
everybody
we're
roll a
who's on what teams.
We're having everybody roll a D6 to try to determine teams real fast.
All right, hang on. Oh wait, first I need to actually put Google in because apparently I need to go in and figure out how to get Google Chrome to stop searching Yahoo now.
Well, it's simple. You stop using Google Chrome altogether and do something better. But
See, here's the thing. I've actually managed to not have the same issues people have with Google Chrome.
No, I don't have many issues with Google Chrome either, but all the AI artwork when I'm trying to get references is really starting to bug me.
Yeah,
But,
I mean, well, that and also just the memory issues I've started having.
Well, that one's also on me, and I'm not going to deny that.
Okay, I rolled a 1.
Excellent. Actually, this goes with it. It coincides quite nicely, depending on what Tech and Toa do.
Yeah, I was like,
I
this
got a
actually
6.
turned up.
Okay, Tech got a 6, and Toa,
Mm-hmm.
what did you get? Did you roll anything?
No, I didn't roll because people, when finding I would be the leftover.
We were joking about that. Deathlight's not going to be participating because he's going to have to run off here in a moment anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's a 6-sided die?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I got a 6.
All right. And Suki, you said, what did you say you got again?
1.
Okay, yeah. So DM, Suki, and
CMC.
CMC. Thank you, Suki. Oh no, wait, that doesn't add up.
Yeah, what happened?
No, it does add up. Yeah, Suki, DM, CMC. You're all on one team. Everybody else is on the other, except for Deathlight, who is going to be our moderator for a little bit until he decides to conk out. So, everybody get your teams coordinated and ready to go. If you need separate chats, do that on your own. So, now with that, we're going to go ahead and get started. And we're going to start with good news, everyone! The powers that be of Hasbro have heard the cries of the Brony community, mostly due to a few annoying posters on Twitter and Blue Sky that absolutely refuse to let the series die and move on to bigger and better things. They demand more of the same, no matter the cost and the irresponsibility of creative death and destruction. They will see more of the series they love. So, My Little Pony has been renewed the old series. However, unfortunately, one of the corporate bigwigs, who is actually the grandson of one of the bigger bigwigs, who got their job because not by any reason that should be countable, nepotism. Let's face it, it's nepotism. They got in there, and they think that 0.5 is the best number that has ever come out with because it means you do things at least halfway before you decide how good it really is, instead of deciding right at the start because of some new age internet mumbo jumbo. So with that in mind, unfortunately, he threw the big old wrench that usually happens because of corporate. And your decisions have become, do you renew My Little Pony 3.5 or Pony Life, as known as Generation 4.5. You can only choose one of these, because unfortunately, corporate bigwigs have decided no, it has to be a 0.5 because of some internet mantra bullcrap. This is while he's also selling his crypto coins and making another run at NFTs, because he didn't learn his lesson the first time. No, I am not bitter.
Right, so,
And now, with that in mind,
good.
We're going to do a coin flip.
Oh, Circuit, whose team am I on?
You're on my team.
You're on.
Hell yeah, Toa, we got this.
And
Also,
DM.
those cookies are delicious.
Well, not DM.
No, I thought
You're on Toa and Tech.
You
right?
got T's and a C.
Yep. Okay, so
Alright.
the early numbers are going to get heads. The late numbers are going to get tails. We're going to flip a coin.
Okay.
Tails. So, Coldust, you and your team have to decide, do you want to revive 3.5 or 4.5?
Alright. I don't know about y'all, but I really want to do 3.5.
No, I can see the appeal, but I'm wanting to argue for Pony Life simply because it would be a continuation of what people wanted, and we would have our voice actresses back. However, I can see 3.5 being recast, so yeah.
I'm going to be honest. The main reason why I'm saying 3.5 is because I have not seen enough of Pony Life.
No, that's fair. Tech, any opposition to 3.5?
That I heard was the most despised generation.
No,
Hell yeah.
That is not the most despised. That is newborn cuties.
Yeah, which is part of 3.5. I think we got this.
Alright, that's Boogie.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Tech, Toa, Coldust, you have My Little Pony 3.5. And
Boogie down.
Suki, DM, and CMC, you have been given Pony Life or My Little Pony 4.5. We're going to go ahead and start with the first selectors, 3.5. So, why should we bring back 3.5 as the series?
Alright. I don't remember how organized we have to be about this.
Go nuts.
All right. Well, here's the thing. First thing first. When you revive a series, you never revive a series that was already good. You go for something that people barely remember, so that way you can be the best thing that they compare all other generations to. Therefore, 3.5 is the best contender. Also, let's be real here. This generation had some gems, such as we got Scootaloo. Yeah, she was a weird baby, but we can form her into a cool baby. That's right, cool baby Scootaloo, let's freaking go. And that's not all. We have Rainbow Dash, who always dresses in style, and let's be real here, I think the world needs a little bit more fashion.
Plus, as always, is we could very much have newer VAs rather than some standard, mainly because, hey, it's been a while and some of those people could no longer be in the business.
Not only that, but also we are going to be doing the generation that... Actually, I can't remember. Okay. Spike was in G3.
Yeah.
Yes, he
was. In
was.
G3.5.
He never popped up at 3.5. It doesn't necessarily mean he can't, but
Therefore,
they found him in 3 though, so it would be canonically questionable.
Therefore, if we go for Generation 3.5, we can make a series that will not be held back by a Spike.
You say that as a Spike fan is on your team.
I don't apologize. I'm locking in.
Ooh, wow, dissent among the team. The argument that it was already so crappy that they couldn't possibly make it any worse and could actually make it even better and something to be appreciated, even with new voice actresses or actors or both. So interesting. Now, Team 2, Suki, DM, CMC. Why should we not do 3.5 but instead bring back Pony Life 4.5?
Well, first of all, I'm fact checking something.
Go for it.
I literally watching the intro to Twinkle Wish Adventure.
That's fair.
That is absolutely.
I can't fault.
You know what? Fact check. Bring out facts. Bring out images. Do whatever it takes to win. I want to see blood and violence, or at least want to see harsh words and a lot of scoffing.
Well, we do need more of the wild bunch.
God damn it! I thought once it got 3.5, I thought that intro stopped. Damn.
It never stops. 3.5 never stops.
No, I thought because because for some reason I was thinking I thought that intro was just Generation 3, not it didn't go to 3.5 where we mentioned Rainbow Dash dressing in style. I was wrong. It was 3.5 had that one.
Yeah.
So I will let you keep that.
Boogie down.
Well, one thing for sure, we needed more of the wild. Was it Wild Bunch or Wild Pack?
I think it was a Wild Bunch, but I know who you're referring to.
Yeah, they did get a few episodes, but seen more episodes with them interacting with more characters would have been appreciated. So if we bring back the series, we'll get more of that, more of those wild creatures, and more Potion Nova, more shenanigans, or maybe have her and Sakura have a magical potion fight with Twilight and Apple Bloom caught in between it.
Just for reference, it is the Wild Ciders.
Ciders, okay.
I missed an episode then. I don't recognize these things.
Well, it may not be an episode you missed, but an entire season. They didn't pop up until about season 2.
Later half of season 2, actually.
Yeah.
And honestly, here's an advantage also to going with Pony Life on this. You don't even need to fully reboot it, or if you do, as long as we cut down on the early season, or the season 1 kind of just it would where they were focusing more on the Teen Titan Go aspects of things, where let me because when you mention Teen Titans Go, you got to think there's two halves to the way that show did things. One, it's single one-off episodes. I'm sorry, I hate them. I hate I hate
Same.
I hate that thing, but it's like I think occasionally they'll have a funny joke. That's basically what happened with Pony Life there. However, Teen Titans Go, for whatever reason, when they had multi-part episodes or specials, they actually pulled off some pretty freaking good stuff.
Oh, I think I know where you're going with this.
So we're gonna start with getting on a writing team to actually go with some big fun things.
Well, because that's the thing. Think about where we were with Pony Life when basically it got canned. We were actually introducing some interesting things. We were actually telling multi-part stories. Basically my thing is that one of the main things, all we have to do to if we do reboot Pony Life is we get there faster. That's all we really have to do. Because
cut down on some of the scenes and the trim the fat as it may, and get there faster and get more exploration to the world, because near the end of the series we got like a multiverse kind of thing going on with this space time and whatnot.
And if Marvel has taught us anything, nothing can go wrong with the multiverse.
What could possibly go wrong?
So that's basically what I'm thinking is that luckily Pony Life had essentially did the same thing for me, like what Teen Titans Go did. Anytime we were basically just doing one-offs, it was really not it was basically just there. When it was trying to actually do something, we had something there, and obviously they had an idea of where things wanted to go. That's pretty much all it is. We just need to, honestly, if we could just, if part of this reboot is we can get the original, hopefully somebody still has the original production Bible for Pony Life.
And we can always dig it up.
Yeah, that would be that we can basically have something solid to start from. All we have to do is basically trim fat. Maybe we do some slight we might be able to do some slight character adjustments, but I think the main reason why we should go with this is because I feel like we are again. I'm thinking we're in a position at this point. We're in a position of we already have something solid. All we can do is just look at what it's already done right and just basically jump on those.
Exactly. It was one of the points I was trying to get to. Have not only Potion Nova as a Potion Master, but Sakura as one, and Apple Bloom goes underneath Sakura's wing, and we finally see her, and finally see Twilight become a Potion Master underneath Potion Nova. Because I can't honestly remember. If not, correct me if I'm wrong, but did Twilight ever become a Potion Master from under Potion Nova's tutorage?
Kind of.
One
Exactly.
thing with that is if you overcomplicate things, you'll just have a waste of characters versus ours, where we just have this single set of characters to tell whole stories with.
I know, but it could be an arc of some sort of multi-part episodes that way, and multi-part episodes with the other main six as well.
Okay, so rebuttal will be later. Let them get their stuff out first.
And have more interaction with AJ's power of breaking the fourth wall, and find out that Pinky has it too. It's just that this Pinky's more reserved in her fourth wall breaking powers compared to her earlier counterpart. So they kind of have a dimensional breaking arc, maybe with Discord as well. And Fluttershy go with her. Fluttershy rarely go through arcs themselves, maybe with the Wildsiders as well, and Rainbow Dash as well. The sky's the limit to expand on these characters more than these characters in their relationships and how they'll grow at the end of it. If we just continue it or soft reboot like Suzuki suggests.
Okay, so looking at trimming the fat as well as expanding story, and also apparently bringing in the best of Teen Titans so we could see the story in their eyes. somebody who gets that reference, I'm sure. So yeah, basically giving Pony Life a second life with getting rid of the clutter, getting some more story involved, and try to bring elements into more details and a lot more things than just a simple 5-minute segment. All right, 3.5 rebuttal.
I didn't get a chance to say much on that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
3.5.
Oh well, I mean, you got a chance to jump in now.
Do it.
I mean, I can't think of much at the moment, but what if they make 3.5 as more of a like 3.75 and so on until it gets right up to 4, because we can see how the Pony franchise evolved over the years. Not just skip this many years, skip this universe. We can see it happen in real time.
You know, I would be opposed to that, but it's also like that can be a little bit overcomplicated and just be one of those things of, you know, just because you can don't mean you should. Because similar to how DM was going on about how Master and Apprentice, eventually if you do that same storyline with different people at the same time, it can get confusing on who knows what, how is when, and who is where. So it's something for 3.5. We stick with our central cast and see how they interact with them with actual decent writing and not just newborn cuties.
Now I would like to raise a point. With confidence. Alright. Tech. What
Yes.
do people like in ponies? Incorrect. They love massive, adorable hooves. That's right, massive, adorable hooves. And if you compare the two generations that we are putting against each other, Pony Life versus My Little Pony G3.5, I think we can see the superiority of the massive hoof to body ratio of G3.5. Therefore, we can deliver what they desire, what they need, and that's giant marshmallow adorable hooves.
I can totally see that.
And that actually makes more groundwork for actual G4.
Well, remember,
We're
Yeah,
not
no,
talking about G4.
Notice the flash animation in the 3.5. That's similar to what they do in G4, although they clean up the G4 a bit more. And actually, while they focus more on the looks in Pony Life, the 3.5, I mean, well, and from my experience, like in the early seasons of Family Guy and Simpsons, they don't in games like Undertale, they don't focus as much on the graphics. They focus more on the story and how well and the writing and how well you enjoy it.
yeah, that's kind of the point of how we have these very short, sweet stories that could be told in relative time and allow us to see them interact. While not as complex as like G4, it was more of a slice of life. Hey, you had a hard day. Let's see some people have a good time together.
So the Pony 3.5 will become the Cheers of the animated world, where everybody knows your name and gets drunk watching.
Yep.
I would also like to raise, okay, when it came to actually, you know what? No, I actually need to research. Never mind. Hang on.
Alright.
Go on.
Well,
As we're.
All right.
okay, so something to help give Cole a little bit of time. Pony Life was also far too modern, and that kind of made it feel a little bit like, okay, you're talking in terms that were outdated by our time. Meanwhile,
Yeah, that's exactly what happened to. That's exactly what happened in Ralph Breaks the Internet. I mean, I know it's a little bit irrelevant here, but just a little comparison.
No, that is fair, because with 3.5 we could just have a more standard an evergreen, hey, there is technology here, but we prefer to go outside and have chat with friends, ride bicycles, have things to do outside of the house and not be obsessed with technology.
So at this point, you have 3.5 with a bunch of technology that they ignore and the ability to dimension hop.
Dimension hop is very much when we run out of ideas.
So you're already thinking of what to do when you don't have anything else left.
So basically, jumping the shark.
Okay. Well, at least they know how they're going to jump the shark ahead of time.
Well, because the 3.5 also has the ability to tell a more timeless story. Like, take Wreck-It Ralph versus Ralph Breaks the Internet. The original Wreck-It Ralph, sure, yeah, it's in an arcade, but they did not go overly referencing with internet memes and all that. That'll already be dated the moment it comes out. Here, you're just a guy trying to save a girl, making friends. But in the other movie, they throw all that out the window.
Okay, I think that's fair enough, Tech. Let's give the other people their time.
Well, Goldust is still doing his research, unless he's ready.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I cannot easily find... The point that I was going to make was like, oh, wasn't G3.5 shorter form content, and that's all the rage these days? Because, like, My Little Pony, Pony Life, that was like half-hour episodes, I think. And then I realized, I don't know. I haven't watched enough G3.5 either to know how long episodes were, and then I tried to look it up, and it's not easy to find runtimes for these.
No, it really is, Sam. But if you want, you can make bullshit.
Here's the thing, and I can already answer Cole. I can answer Cole's question. There's only 6 things and 6 pieces of media in Generation 3.5. This is according to My Little Wiki, by the way. So it's Twinkle Wish Adventure, Waiting for the Winter Wishes Festival, then the two webisodes that are very infamous in Gen 3.5. And then Once Upon a Little Pony Time. My Little Pony Time. Oh, wait. No, the webisodes are... No, wait, that's not what they get. Once Upon a My Little Pony Time are the infamous things.
Yeah, I think there was like 3 or 4 webisodes, but the webisodes were actually shorter compared to the
so you basically... Yeah, so the other 2 were basically half an hour to 45 minutes at most. And no, Pony Life were 15-minute episodes.
If that, Pony Life was basically like short episodes that were segmented into 2 parts at times. Much to the chagrin of some archivers that I know.
But our basic thing is we will try to keep it simple and a little bit more timeless versus what was already established in Pony Life, which we know can change, but hey.
Alright, so looking at 3.5 with big hooves that will wreck it all and in short amount of time. Pony Life, your rebuttal.
You want to go first, or should I?
Let's see. Okay. So you want timeless stories, huh? Let's see. What was the story to Pinkie Pie's Ferris wheel adventure? Pinkie Pie leads the group blindfolded to her brand new Ferris wheel. Pinkie Pie stands in a theme park entrance-style box, invites them inside her park. Scootaloo goes straight for the popcorn stand, which is selling pink popcorn. Sweetie Belle goes for the ice cream, which is also pink. Also, all pink flavored. Pinkie Pie.
Wait, pink flavored?
Yeah.
Please keep going.
Pinkie Pie then announces the first ride on her Ferris wheel is about to begin, and the ponies rush over there. But there are 7 ponies in total, and only 5 seats in the. Wait, that really? Pinkie Pie tells them that she isn't going to ride the. I think that was supposed to say 6.
Yeah.
But she isn't going to ride the wheel, and Sweetie Belle offers to wait for the next turn. Sweetie Belle then gets to start the wheel, and they all have the best day ever.
He's not kidding. Here's the pink popcorn. Here's the pink popcorn.
Oh, I forgot how dragged out these. Oh.
Yeah, those are your timeless stories you want to tell, huh?
Oh, at the very least, we don't have to deal with farting.
Hey, remember what I said? We can remove whatever didn't work, which includes an over reliance on that.
Which I got an idea. we continue with the original series, but at the end of that season, we go through some multiverse shenanigans, and we end up restarting again as a Salt reboot without the smartphones.
I think the smartphone thing was okay because here's the thing, it was okay in its own way. Because think about it, once we'll go ahead and pull from another gen. Gen 5 at least brought in the smartphones in an intelligent way. That's like basically they were just there, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like we can still have goofiness with the phones, but yeah, we can. But basically that's gonna be in the writing room. But yeah, we can absolutely improve that.
All right, yeah, it's not the fact it's there; it's the execution of how it's used in situations.
Yeah, and
we could have the season 2 potion arc start even sooner and have character growth for Twilight and Apple Bloom, also for the teachers themselves at one point, and what was Rainbow Dash's arc in season 2? I can't remember that one.
You know what? I'd have to look that back up again too.
I don't know. I want to go and nitpick one of the points that the 3.5 team had earlier that ended up stating 3.75. There's already a 3.75. That's newborn cuties.
You animal.
Yeah. Remember that I mentioned that's included in the website. Once Upon a My Little Pony time. That's what he's referring to. Although, actually, by the way, wait for everybody. 4.5 can I'd like to make a proposal that we do one episode that has to do with that takes an aspect from 3.5. We did an episode about rainbow sex.
What? Oh no!
Oh my god! The two rainbows get together.
It's a rainbow of life.
Because hey, Generation 3
Gold Star approved.
Yes, all 3.5 told us was that when two rainbows get together and have a good time, a unicorn pops out. They didn't go into the details of how that happens. We have a chance to educate, damn it. We have a chance to educate, damn it.
Also, we could have the Q-Mark Crusaders have a bit more character growth since Apple added in Apple Bloom, and also we could have like a fashion show for Rarity to compete in season 2 or 1, or have an arc built up from season 1, like I mentioned for the potion makers as well. And also have a Fluttershy have a goal, which I'm blanking on right now, or maybe to learn to control her outbursts more, and the fourth wall breaking with AJ and Pinkie Pie, yeah, that too.
All right. Okay, so if it's boiled down to Pony Life, at least we don't have rainbow sex. Or maybe we want rainbow sex too.
We can make the sex better.
Okay. So, we can make the sex better, and we don't have pink popcorn. Okay. Pony Life immediately going for the jugular, while 3.5 defends Wreck-It Ralph's first movie as opposed to the second, and apparently somebody has a fetish for large hooves.
Also, before this ends, I will say we can have the Pink Pony Club, though.
Okay, you know what? Pink Pony Club.
What?
It's a club made out of pink ponies. You just smack people with it.
You also want to know what had the pink posse, the Dumbo Nightmares drunk scene.
Well, I'd say that out of arguments, the fact I'm taking 3.5 and actually trying to make something good out of something dreadful would probably go a lot easier than trying to take something that was decent and try to make it better. And of course, the Rainbow Sex now has me convinced that I kind of want to see if they try to expand on that and how that would happen.
Always, of course.
Yes. So I'd say this one was won by 3.5, and it didn't have anything to do with half the cast suddenly becoming potion makers in 4.5 for some unexplained reason.
And fourth wall breakers.
So with that,
Okay.
we're gonna go ahead and swap it around though. So we had the late numbers choose the first one. So now early numbers. That would be Tech, Toa, and Cole, I believe.
No, we all ate.
I'm
No,
sorry.
we-
I had the list reversed. Suki, DM, CMC. Good news. Now it has after some careful negotiations, it looks like Hasbro has come to an agreement to allow a pony to pop up on a different show. Wow, I mean that's the way of the world right now. We always have different events going on with different characters showing up in different things. Now we're just going to have it on shows. Unfortunately, the only person willing to pony up the money was the CW. So the pony is going to end up in one of those horrible drab, stupid shows that they take a perfectly good concept and then they make it so dramatic filled that you honestly wonder if the show producers may have some mental issues they haven't worked out through yet. Now the good news for you is we originally only had two options. With Pinkie Pie as a heavy alcoholic that is going to get in constant trouble and empty entire cabinets and probably burn buildings, or Twilight Sparkle finding religion and taking it to a level that makes us extremely uncomfortable. But the good news is that CMC has decided to give me more of a thought on that. So instead, the three options for you. We have Pinkie Pie, the heavy drinker. She unfortunately parties a little too hearty. She has drunk all the liquors. She's the only one that can down a vodka bottle, and she has been going to the hospital and throwing up in gutters more than a few times. And we're pretty sure that she's the reason the clinic that is only discussed in polite company is still open. We know which one you're talking about. We also have the Twilight Sparkle, who has found Jesus and wants everybody else to find him, despite whether they want to or not. Super preachy, ultra religious, and willing to drive anybody crazy to the point of basically book burning. This is Twilight Sparkle to a bad degree. And also Rainbow Dash, a great sports star, becoming an even more infamous sports star as she becomes a soccer player that constantly plays fraud, betting against herself and consequently constantly breaking her legs on the field. Whether intentionally or not is up to the doctors to tell you, but they'll never tell because she pays them off. Nope, she is a crooked sports person. And all of this is because
I got a different
DM, let him
take
finish
on it.
and then we can add
Alright.
commentary.
yes.
Okay.
But yes, these are your choices because unfortunately the CW doesn't believe in somebody being wholesome, young, and also a good person. All of these people have to be horrible bastards.
So we're making a TV show, and these are our concepts.
These are
Yes.
these are basically the character that's going to be introduced into the TV show to cross-reference My Little Pony, but unfortunately they have to fit into the aesthetic. So instead of getting a cute pony that talks about friendship, you're gonna get a drunk Pinkie Pie that basically can't get herself off of the couch on Saturday nights.
Hey, point to be made here. The funny thing is that you know what else is on the CW now?
What's that?
WWE NXT.
Oh, damn it!
So that got me thinking, which one of these can I fit? Can I fit into the developmental brand for World Wrestling Entertainment?
You know what? Go for it. If you think you can pull it off, go for it. I was just doing the CW because after the Powerpuff Girls and Archie, I got nothing. I got nowhere else to point for that. Just that big of a schlock.
I heard from a family member the Archie one's not that bad.
I don't care.
It is weird as hell.
I do not care. they make Jughead into a crack addict, and they basically got Veronica as some sort of murderer. I don't know what's going on. I don't care. I'm out.
Neither do I. That's why I ignored it.
Okay, well, let me see here. If I'm going along my thought process, the Pinkie Pie one gives me bad Scott Hall flashbacks. Don't want to do that. Let's see. Let's see. We've definitely done evangelical characters in wrestling before, and they can work. Depends. Let me see.
Suki, I think what if we could combine two of them?
No.
I think that's up to Circuit whether he'd allow that.
Nope, you gotta pick one of these characters.
Oh,
you can have them go into multiple
I'm-
shows if you want, but they have to be that specific character. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, I think if we're going for the wrestling, we go with Rainbow Dash. She starts as a face that just keeps taking the fall,
Oh man.
and that's why she's doing the fake injuries.
So basically like she's playing that she's good, and then at some point it gets out that she's actually losing on purpose and basically betting on herself and basically
That's
throwing.
genius.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how you pull the long-term story on. Oh, you know what? It gets discovered because she was going to be tag champs with somebody, and actually they do end up winning the titles because the other one wins the match, and then at some point they end up. Rainbow Dash manages to take a dive at some point on that, and thus that's how it gets
obvious.
Exposed. Yeah, that's how it gets it, and so now you can run that story through there.
Yeah,
So,
do we get a heel turn at that point?
Yeah, she would become the heel. Yeah, she.
All right. Just to
like
pause everybody here, so you guys have decided on the Rainbow Dash injury-prone soccer star.
Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah. Sorry. We got. Yeah. Because I think we're.
Well, that's how she's introduced to the wrestling ring.
Yeah. So sorry. Yeah. So yeah. I think that's what we're going. That's what we're going with Sorry. I think we already have our. I think we're basically already spitballing ideas.
Yeah. So we're just gonna put a quick pin on it because you do also need an opposition. Tech, Toa, Cole. Congratulations, because Twilight Evangelical was a little bit eyebrow raising. You now have two options of Pinkie Pie Heavy Drinker or Twilight Sparkle Christian Missionary.
I vote for the Pinkie Pie Heavy Drinker.
Me too.
I'm going with the Pinkie Pie Heavy Drinker.
Yeah, okay, I gotta thank MC for throwing that. Maybe not the Evangelical Twilight Sparkle. You're probably not wrong. I didn't like it either, but that's kind of why I put it in there. I thought it was horrible.
Also, Circuit, can I point this out?
Yes.
That'd be better for Hallmark.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That would be, but you want to know the sad part? You know what the crazy part? When I was looking for
Lifetime original movie. Yes.
Yes.
both will work.
Oh,
But really
oh
quick,
God.
just to throw out
is-
here. Yes.
I just realized something.
Yeah.
The story of Twilight Sparkle in season 1 is basically a Hallmark movie. You have a pony who's like absolutely focused on her job and like is determined to be a successful like magic user or whatever. And then she gets sent off to some small town where she runs into like maybe not a guy, but to some other ponies who then show her
girlfriends.
it's actually pretty nice to be here instead, and then she settles for like a small town library position. That is basically season 1.
I'm more disappointed that we've finally narrowed down season 1 into a Hallmark movie. I don't know how to feel about this. You're not wrong, which is sad. But the fact that we ship them all together, it might as well be a romance. Oh my god. Okay. So really quickly on the Twilight Sparkle Jesus here. I was looking up like super Christian Twilight Sparkle images. I'm more surprised at how many I found. Just one of them was actually Twilight Sparkle and the Cross. It was weird. People are nuts. Anyway, just had to throw that out there. So, no worries. We don't have Twilight Sparkle, Super Evangelical. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and move the chat windows out in the way here so nobody can quite see that.
Thank you for the third option, CMC.
Thank you to CMC for giving us a different option. I do apologize. While you guys get your stuff together, I do need to use the restroom real fast, and then we'll go ahead and listen to the arguments.
Also, Circuit, no, please leave that space between the chat windows. I don't know, something was funny about Jesus looking down on that chat.
Okay, you know what? Okay. That's fine.
Yes.
All right, hold on.
He's just always watching, and his best friend Twilight is
There you go. Okay.
There you go.
I'll be right back in just a quick second.
Well, in Venice, Alucard got his answer. Jesus did want a hug from a purple horse. I love this setup.
The chat being there is just, it irritates me just a little. It's just so weird.
Yeah, I understand why his second probably would go with the overly religious Twilight, but it's kind of like, no.
The way you connected that Cole, it's like, oh, I know where he's going with this. It's like, why didn't I think of that? Think of it like that before.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Suki, DM, CMC, Rainbow Dash Soccer Injury Superstar. Why should that be for apparently the CW now?
Okay, so
you'll make it 20% more dramatic.
So yes, I think I think I've got the plan of how we do this over potentially this could be over. Well, I guess it depends on how. I guess we can play the time. I guess it depends on one, if it works, and if the crowd really gets into it on this, because if we were able to introduce this as a character into wrestling and onto this, basically we start her off as just being like a really charismatic, good guy face, and she's getting over with the crowd like that, maybe she's gaining momentum, but somehow in big opportunities she always comes up short. That sort of thing. We build her up as the one that's, it seems like she just can't seem to quite get things done on that. And that's kind of like her thing. We basically play her as the ultimate bridesmaid, almost, in a way. I guess you could say. But then at some point we can work this in where she gets a friend, and things seem to start working out, and because the friend is the one that ends up in the ring when the decision is made, that they end up actually winning, and it's like there's actually a championship there and stuff like that. We can run that story for a little while, maybe show some things where it seems like Rainbow now Rainbow is kind of showing that she's doing weird things of how could she do that to, in this situation, it makes no sense, or whatever, kind of doing all that, until finally, yes, Rainbow ends up costing them the titles. And at that point, that's when you come back, and that's when we reveal basically Rainbow Dash taking dives in the big moments to basically take better paydays. On that, I think
for the heel turn,
yeah,
it has to be the fact that to keep up this soccer persona, she brings a soccer ball to the side of the ring every time. But this time, instead of putting it down by the steps, she puts it at the corner of the ring and it rolls in.
Yeah, oh yeah, I see where you're going.
You gotta keep those balls tucked, or else they're gonna get all over the place.
Yeah. But I mean, but yeah, because I'm thinking like, yeah, once we do that, then we can get Rainbow Dash as the villain facing off against the partner that's basically been betrayed at this point, and we can then build Rainbow Dash as, obviously now people know true character here, and they know, and they're people are against her, but it's like, and you can build that to their first meeting, where now it's in this big event, people, and people are going to think the obvious is that Rainbow Dash is probably still setting to lose this, because again it's a major event, major deal, and people are all betting on that. So now Rainbow Dash actually goes the other way. That's how we can take it past one event and make this a longer program to keep that going. But,
I had a thought on her friend. Are you open for a suggestion? Either Lightning Dust or Gilda.
Well, remember, but this is like a cross promotional. Am I
not
sure?
Yeah, we can only get one character.
Only one character.
Right.
CW would only pay for one.
Yeah. So,
okay, that's right. Okay, so never mind.
Yeah. So basically, I'm thinking. Yeah, we'll figure out, because here's the good thing about WB with
Sorry,
NXT
my
right
brain
now.
shut off for a moment.
Here's the good thing about WB with the NXT right now. There is definitely there is a woman on that roster somewhere that is starting to come up. We could use Rainbow Dash as promotional for this side, and would help elevate that talent up, up the card.
All right, so interesting proposition. Rainbow Dash becomes a crowd groupie, suddenly goes to heel turn, and causes mischief. Ooh, bringing an interesting story in. Now, going on over to Tech, Toa, and Cole. Pinkie Pie, who has unfortunately become a little too party heavy and is hitting the booze. Just the booze. We're not going into the crack cocaine. We already did that with Party.move. We don't want to tread its familiar ground there. We're just doing the drunk part.
Now, let me ask you a question. What is a problem that is facing most of our youths and young adults today? Alcoholism. That's what. And what a better way to communicate and talk with our audience and to really draw in a crowd to a character that they can relate to than having Pinkie Pie the party pony partying it out with the booze. We can go through her whole rise to power and then her fall and her slow descent down into alcoholism. Something that many of our audience can definitely relate to. And help them work through their troubles through Pinkie Pie.
Also, we don't have to have her be blackout drunk. We could easily just have her be a day drinker, and while she is drinking a lot, she could have built up enough tolerance to, not be drunk all the time. Just most of the time.
But I like blackout drunk. That can be some good story arcs.
Well, here's the thing. Just because she has a tolerance for it, don't mean she won't get blackout drunk. And heck, the reason she got to where she is now is because she drank a little too much, went out, and suddenly woke up somewhere else.
So what I'm getting out of this is we want a Disco Elysium Pinkie Pie.
Yes, basically.
She forgot that she is a cop.
Yes.
Okay, so
yes.
So can I just point out this day drinker gives me like the whole vampire daywalker sort of vibe. It's like, oh no, it's like, oh no, it's worse than we thought. It's a day drinker.
She's Irish her coffee. My God, she's having a shot of vodka with her lunch.
Oh no, she's getting behind the wheel of her party wagon.
And she's driving straight.
As someone whose father was known to drink at all times of the day, yeah, you can get a lot done and still not be drunk.
Okay, so Pinkie Pie apparently is such a good drinker that she's a functional alcoholic, but somehow she drunk herself enough to Disco Elysium herself into whatever CW neighborhood she popped up in.
Yep.
All I'm saying is that we have a lot of opportunities here to make a character that can be absolutely relatable to our slowly descending into alcoholism audience and help them work through what they need to work through by putting our little pink pony friend through the Tumblr. And by the Tumblr, I don't mean Tumblr.com, although we can also make a Tumblr.com in coordination. We'll go 2012 with this shit.
Pinkie Pie's a hangover. Nice.
And of course, just because it's a popular thing, the Pink Pony Club continues.
And apparently we're already being hit over the head with the Pink Pony Club. Okay. Alright, so we have the Disco Elysium Pinkie Pie Day drunk. Now, Suki, DM, CMC, your rebuttal?
My brain. Apologies for earlier on the brain fart.
Alright.
Your proposal is the heavy drinker that eventually sees their downfall because of the issues that the drinking arises. Wow, we've never seen that before. and okay, yes, and I feel like you're going the easy route on that. The way we're going with this is, one, we also have, because you think about this, if we pull off what we're looking at, we're looking at potential additional projects down the road. People are gonna want to work with us because we managed to train a pony to be ring ready, so to go, and managed to pull this off, and we managed to bring ratings for potentially at least a year to this program.
Also, merchandise, toys.
True, merchandise. Yeah,
memorabilia.
we pull additional merchandise numbers. We obviously have to negotiate that with the WWE, and luckily Vince is out of the way, so we might actually get some fair negotiations.
Yeah.
So I mean, we're gonna get merch there, and I mean, hey, again, that opens it up to where, one, we have a partner that we can work with there that's probably that may be willing to help sponsor things for us, or sorry, and
the comic.
Yeah, two. We obviously brought ratings there, so now that network is going to be really friendly with us. So if we're bringing something other than Pony to the table, they'll look favorably on us. So they know that we can basically, we can do cross reality and fiction on that as well.
Kind of like a Roger Rabbit situation.
Yeah. So I feel like going this route is going to be the best. It's going to be the best. It's going to be best short term and long term on that, because I see us getting money back on this very quickly from the merch side of things, and in the long run, again, I can see us being in now more favorable positions to pitch our own pitch new projects to the network. Also if maybe we need help going on that, it opens us up to, I mean, not just WWE as a partner. I mean, WWE has their own sponsors that maybe then want to come over to our brand as well.
I see one question in the chat. What
Yes.
would Rainbow's finishing move be? I'm thinking it's something off the top rope.
Yeah. Let me see.
Would it be the downpour, or
It could be the red card and she just kicks a soccer ball into somebody's face.
Technically illegal.
Okay. Well, I mean, she's turning into a heel. Why not?
yeah,
But
yeah,
you don't attack the ref.
yeah, but oh, why am I thinking Shooting Star Press for her? Yeah, could be.
Falling Star.
Is this before or after she wallops him with a high kick?
I mean, that is the other thing too. So, I mean, if we're going, I mean, if she is a pony, I mean, could just be like a really straight good mule kick. Could do it.
Never thought Yane's high kick would come into reference here of all places.
Yeah, but yeah, I could see that because. I mean, it could be just it could be a kick combo because I mean basically she, one she can knock the opponent to the knees by the first kick by like kicking them in the legs to bring them down, then the next kick is basically like into the face, which would be like more of the knockout blow.
Ooh.
I think one of those crazy performance moves from the show, vaguely creepy, would just be an overkill.
Overkill is fun.
But she's trying to lose.
Yeah, but overkill and losing is... you know what? I'm here to argue it. Literally.
Actually, yeah, that is that thing, because I think the reason I was thinking Shooting Star Press is because in order to set that up, your opponent has to be down for a bit, and then you're climbing to the top rope, and Rainbow could almost, and anytime Rainbow loses a match, she could just take way too much time up there to where she doesn't actually hit the move to finish it, and that's where it gets turned around.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Interesting rebuttal. Rainbow Dash getting a signature move, but still being quite the heel. Pinkie Pie.
The other part of the rebuttal was also the money and the potential benefits down the road from sponsors and networks.
Right, the merchandising.
Rainbow hats, rainbow wigs, rainbow bugs.
Right. Yep.
Rainbow the flamethrower.
Rainbow Dash a soccer flamethrower.
She burns everything with style.
The kids wrestle with this. Okay. Tech, Toa, Cole, your final rebuttal.
Okay, so I will admit the merchandising would probably be a big pull. However, since we have this day drinker who can appear at any scene in any situation, and there could just be a Pinkie Pie appearing randomly in shows and no one commenting on it. And if you're just watching TV, like, why is there a pink pony over there? And you go, probably nothing. And then the very next episode, she is again in a different show in a different location. And you go, what's going on here? Is there an event? And there's no event. She's just back there, and you go mad going, what's going on? And then people start going, have you seen this pink pony? And people go, what pink pony? Because it only appears randomly on the series. So it basically like an Easter egg that appears in all the shows on the CW. Heck, while Dash is wrestling, there could be a Pinkie Pie just sitting in the audience drinking her day away.
So your argument is to either make Pinkie a pink elephant that's only showing up to drunkards, or literally an amalgamation of the Pink Panther all across the CW.
I think that really the direction that Toa is trying to go for is Pinkie Pie is a wild party pony, and therefore Pinkie Pie goes to all kinds of parties. Therefore, what is something that you see all across the CW universe? The Swooniverse? 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 Parties. College parties. Adult parties. Parties with drinking. Therefore, our alcoholic primate, who is actually an equine, will fit right in. Because she is a pony.
And you know how many people will go, wait, if the pony's here, then that means this show's connect that one. How does it connect? How does it connect? And then we
What
go
I
down
will
the
say,
red web.
to counter the argument that we lack the fundamental marketability of merchandising, I would like to point out that there are many of booze out there that can be themed to our wonderful pink horse. Yeah. Yeah.
True. That's a different kind of marketing ability. And instead of the general toy merchandise, you go right for the adult audience and the hardcore liquor.
And if we do that, then we can get kids to also want to one day be hardcore drinkers like Pinkie Pie. The ball just keeps rolling.
That's a ball.
And remember, this is not unprecedented. Hi, Flintstones. Talking about cigarettes?
You know, we can make her a chain smoker too.
I'm surprised he didn't come out with the Fruity Pebbles vodka just to chain smoker.
We got our chain smoking, liquor drinking Pinkie Pie. Let's go.
You know, I was gonna counterpoint by just pointing out that Toa just wants to turn Pinkie Pie into a bad ARG, but you know what? Just this roundabout way of just appealing to kids. You know what? I think they make their own points.
Let's be real here. Let's be real. What do the people want? The people want smoking.
Just suddenly Pinkie Pie's a smoker. Okay, I think.
No.
By the way, to the actual
No,
audience
the
out there,
people
please
need a
don't
role
smoke.
model of what not to do.
Please drink responsibly. Please don't smoke. And if you see pink,
drag off a cigarette just to feel something.
and if you see pink ponies at a party, either you drink too much or it's one hell of a party.
It's the college party's version of the pink elephant scene.
And everybody better pray to whatever god they believe in if we ever see a Fruity Pebbles vodka.
Well, hold on.
No, I am not holding on. All right, with that,
we could, also you could get a final episode of her dying after her chain smoking caught up with her.
all right. As much as I admit that seeing Pinkie Pie basically trying to entice kids into drinking at an earlier but still legal age, with literal combination of Michigan J Frog and Pink Panther shenanigans with branded vodka, I think that there's actually a plan for Rainbow Dash from beginning to at least some marketable end, let alone physical. I will have to give it to the Rainbow Dash team because they actually have a solid plan in place instead of suddenly going from Disco Elysium drunkard to literally Pink Panthering without drinking anything. Which is kind of the whole point of... Yeah, there was an actual plan there.
Alright, here's the plan. Drinking cigarettes.
And we're done!
Also, second, I've looked it up. Juxta 35 Spirits, Bam Bam Vodka.
I'm out. Wait, is that a Fruity Pebbles vodka or just a Bam Bam vodka?
Yes, it is very much marketed as that ultra smooth spirit with bold personality, premium vodka, clean with a hint of nostalgia reminiscent of your favorite cereal. And they have the J35 Fruity Punch.
Kind of feels like a little in the middle, column A and column B.
Yeah. Also, I'm going to point out one other thing about Toa going on ARG with this. He wants to market to lore nerds. They're not going to buy your merchandise. They're just going to argue all day.
Yeah. What's the thought process of that, Toa?
Basically, it's the same viral advertisement of people trying to solve stuff. I mean, look at FNAF and tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah, but that ends up mainly being people who are already in FNAF. We're doing that.
Not beforehand.
Yes.
You know, you gotta give him the toe. He's gonna defend his position till the death. So, well, we're gonna go ahead and move on to our video segment now because we do have some time for videos. And what better way to get started than talking about a drunk Pink Panther Pinkie Pie that is luring kids to drinking vodka than Pinkie Pie the Lost Princess.
She's a Ponyville. Didn't you know that? Huh? And you call yourself the Princess of Friendship.
Not wrong. Why isn't Pinkie Pie the Princess of Friendship?
What if I told you everything we knew from My Little Pony Friendship is Magic was a lie? What if there was an option for a different kind of princess? What if I were to tell you that Twilight Sparkle is not the true Princess of Friendship? And what if I told you the real Princess of Friendship was someone else of the main
The L
six?
music.
Do you really have to ruin the moment like this? Don't stop me from being interesting.
Okay. Let's sum this up then. We have our main character Twilight Sparkle, student of Princess Celestia, and student remained to be her occupation until it wasn't. Now, why would we have someone as studious and by the numbers as Twilight as our Princess of Friendship? She can be diligent, organized, and a quick learner of anything and everything. She does have her moments of going off the rails due to her OCD affliction she gets sometimes, and it does lead to its own daily dose of chaos. But who in the show hasn't had their own mental breakdown and hiccups? It makes for more character development. But as a princess, I can see Twilight doing the job well and knowing what to do. During a royal problem, we see what Celestia and Luna have to go through on a daily. For Celestia, it's meeting after meeting, officiating after officiating, smiles, grand openings, photo sessions, cake. While Luna takes care
that
of
was
the
a
pony's
dig.
mental with stopping nightmares and giving pretty good advice, especially with how hands-on she was with the Cutie Mark Crusaders. Now I can see Twilight doing either of these positions if one or both princesses were to retire, but to make a whole new title as the Princess of Friendship has always been questionable, especially to the fandom.
What a gorgeous day. I can't wait to see if there's any pony who could use my help today. Oof! Oh, silly me. I really need to watch where I'm going. La 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 la.
Well, that was a bit extreme.
Yeah.
Now, what if I were to tell you that this pony's main goal is to make people smile, to bring joy to the masses, to rally everyone for fun and enjoyment, all without having alicorn or even unicorn magic? Forget the Twilight Zone. Let's take a deeper dive look into what I like to call the Pinkie Province. Now, don't get me wrong. I've seen countless theories on why Sunset Shimmer should have been Princess or Starlight Glimmer, even Trixie. Which I'm pretty sure those people are very creative. But Sunset chose to stay in the human world to protect it from rogue magic, and Starlight has already been a powerful dictator, so maybe not give her that much more power. Do I really need to explain Trixie?
You two, hurry up with my throne. And you, how long do I have to wait for my applesauce facial?
Forget it, Trixie. I ain't doing nothing till you let Twilight come home. Okay, I'll do it. Just make it stop.
Yeah, didn't think so. I think Moondancer would have been in the running if she possibly stood out more during school and wasn't a color swap of Twilight already. Maybe that's why she was still studying even after she got older to get more recognition? Who's to say? But Penny, you say. What about the others in the main six?
It might have been from Pony's
They also
Anthology.
make up the elements of harmony and are just as important. Well, yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, that was.
But each one has their own goals and ideas that they would want to continue. Some straightforward and some more abstract of a concept. But I can look at each one just to be fair.
I do like this.
Rarity is
It's an
already one of the
interesting
people
analogy.
that have a set goal and aspiration in mind. She might actually
And in
like
all
the royal wear
honesty,
that comes with being a
technically,
princess, but to do all the planning, meetings, and having a tight
secret
schedule,
princess is
it
not
might
that
be too
strange.
overwhelming. She's a mind
Especially
of creativity,
since,
not one of
G3
analytics.
actually had Pinkie
Very
Pie as
ambitious
the
and
name.
artistic, but not something she can do as a princess. Rainbow Dash also has a set
Pinkie
goal
Pie
in
is
life,
hidden
and it's
god, I
nowhere
will
near
die
sitting
on
on a
this
throne
hill.
for most of her day. Let's not forget how she was with trying to study and testing 1, 2, 3.
On the anniversary of the first celestial year of peace, a celebration was held. Headed by General Firefly, an elite team of aerial performers were chosen to help commemorate this auspicious occasion.
The ADHD is strong with this one. And no offense to the princesses, I'm sure they work somewhat hard to protect people.
Isn't that one? Yes, it is that one. I count it with. She had far too much of her power.
Push them back, my sister!
That was the force of nature.
Stay back,
and it
friends.
too-
My sister and I will take care of the beast!
Okay, this one was funny.
That one was just
We
simply beyond
actually
all
needed their
reason.
help, and they show up for this?
I said somewhat. Point being, do we really see Rainbow Dash sitting by while other ponies try and protect her? It's even been a handful of times that Celestia even flies if she's not being driven around by Pegasi. Not to mention someone who has a hard time in dresses every once in a while, along with a bit of toxic femininity where she can't do anything girly for 2 minutes. Not very princess-like. We have Applejack, who's not very goal-oriented and doesn't want to go any further than what she's doing now. She loves her family and friends and wants to take care of her family's farm. I couldn't imagine her doing anything else since this is pretty much her birthright. I also remember back in Winter Wrap-Up how upset she was at Twilight for the small incident of using magic. Applejack is way too old school and a strong traditionalist who doesn't think about using magic being the tool that solves everything. This thinking comes with being a hard worker to the point of overworking herself. Thinking about it now, the Apple family was the ones who founded Ponyville in the first place, so I guess Earth Pony had to be the way to go for a lot of things in Ponyville just to keep up with traditions. And then there's Fluttershy.
Okay, this was anthology. Okay, we're gonna pause that a quick second. Okay, pause it again in another second. Really, they kept this going too long.
I don't think I need to explain much, but to
What
put
do you
it
think? As soon
lightly,
as it got through,
she
I
wouldn't
was
be
doing
princess even if
voiceover
it went to a vote.
That
And
wouldn't
I
have
barely
helped.
even like Cadence as a princess.
Damn.
Okay. She's gotten better and more assertive when the plot calls for it. We at least saw Celestia trying to fight Sombra and his army during the cutie remark, but I'm not counting on much confrontation from Flutters here. Now, what about Pinkie Pie, the one this video is about?
Do you have magic hair?
I'm not taking any chances!
Oh,
Magic
we're doing
hands?
it!
Look what I can do with my hooves!
Do animals talk to you?
I love you more! No, I love you more! I love you more!
Were you poisoned?
Pinky, what happened?
Cursed?
Here I thought laughter made you happy.
You know, it's kind of funny that we were talking about we were actually talking about Wreck-It Ralph 2, and we're getting this.
I hate how perfect that did this.
Happy? I don't think so.
Kidnapped or enslaved?
I thought I told
Okay, we're gonna just pause it right here. But yeah, Pinkie Pie Lost Princess from Penny Rights. Be
God
sure
damn
to
it.
check it out. You know, she needs more subscribers. Give her a subscribe too while you're at it. But yeah, it's a good view. I think she's wrong. Twilight Sparkle is a princess of friendship, and I will take that to my grave along with my Princess Twilight tattoo. Ah! Anyway, historically speaking, Brodies were inevitable.
This guy, this guy, this guy, and this dude have one thing in common. Today, we discuss what that thing is and why 80% of you are historically inclined to be bronies. Most people know My Little Pony is a toy line and media franchise owned by Hasbro. It first launched in 1981 and was marketed towards young girls, but for some reason, its most dedicated followers are predominantly teenage and adult men. For this, we can thank the 2010 cartoon series My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic. If you've been on the internet, you know about this fandom. If you've been on the internet too much like me, you've seen the horrors. The unspeakable horror.
Why?
There's something about
You're not wrong, but
cotton-candy
why?
miniature horses that can just change the entire brain chemistry of a man. Or at least that's what most people agree is the case. We've collectively blamed this abnormal behavior displayed by men between 18 and 30 on the My Little Pony franchise. But really, this phenomenon dates as far back as 30,000 years ago, when artists of the prehistoric times, just like artists of the DeviantArt times, very often chose horses as their muse, making them the most commonly depicted animal in Eurasian cave art. The almost fanatical, sometimes even bordering fetishistic fascination with horses can be traced back to pre-civilized society. So is it specifically this cartoon, or is the show just a key that unlocks a part of the brain that has simply always been there? Are horses actually an ancient psyop created by aliens? And does Pinkie Pie exist with the secret deeper purpose of controlling adult men and turning them into enemies of Christ? Historically speaking, yes, only the real important questions here on the Poopy Show. Let's start with how did horses first infiltrate our lives? It's 3500 BC. Humanity was discovering all types of things, like writing. Yay, I can keep records. Classism. Yay, I can keep slaves. And most importantly, horse. For writing? Not quite yet. For eating and carrying stuff around first. Carry stuff like me? Yes, actually. We have evidence for this from Bowtie, where the majority of non-human remains were bones of horses. Traces of mare's milk were also found on pottery shards, but more importantly, the teeth of these horses appeared to have been worn down by a mouthpiece. It's ultimately unclear exactly how or when horses were fully domesticated and transitioned from being pack animals you sometimes eat to being possibly the most important tool in ancient times. But it will take about 1,000 more years for the horses to actually be ridden. During all this time, the donkey was doing the same job, by the way, just in a different continent. It would make its way into Europe and Asia eventually. And here's the thing. Donkeys are safer, can carry more stuff, are less likely to scare and hurt themselves, more versatile, take longer to tire out. But the horse had speed. And here's why that's important. A study reveals that a ride in a fast car increases the testosterone levels of male subjects more than an actual woman could. Additionally, it's also proven people with lower MAO levels seek thrill more often, and people with lower MOA levels are often on the spectrum. Franchises typically enjoyed by men do reflect that neurodivergent masculine desire. And My Little Pony dominates this market of
Wow!
the entirety
I mean,
of human
okay,
history
but
simply
wow.
led to it being as big as it is. Let's go back to the before times again to further prove my theory, and talk about antiquity's most notable Brony, the entire population of Troy. Here's the story. 1183 BC or 3194 BMLP, there was a legendary battle between the Trojans and the Greeks. The Greeks were losing. They could not gain access to the city because of its high walls. To infiltrate it, they did what? Build something that the enemy could not resist. Yo, what is it? It's a horse, dude. Historians believe the Trojan horse was metaphorical, but actually it's a story about how the Trojans were bronies and this ultimately led to their demise. It also goes down in history as possibly the most expensive and most lethal fursuit, if it was...
Okay, we're gonna stop here after an entire animator called me neurodivergent out of nowhere like that. That's kind of
Wow.
But you are neurodivergent. You know this to be true.
Anyway, yeah, this is from the Poopy Show. Sure to check it out. I'm sure it's definitely a lot more interesting. But instead, we're gonna go ahead and move on. We're gonna check out how do I unbake a cake?
How do I unbake a cake? You can't. Once the ingredients are mixed up and baked, it's permanent. Okay, I'm going to need you to listen to me very carefully. Put it back in the oven. Set it to the negative of whatever temperature you baked it at, such as minus...
Alright, I want to see the rest of this. Supersonic I. How do you unbake a cake? MLP 1. Literally all one word. It's just combined in there. And remember, listen to it carefully, or else things will get caught into blenders. Alright, I have eyes, you know. This will last. This is gonna be real fast.
I have eyes, you know. They're right under my...
Yep, that's it. Want to see the rest of it? The blue corner. It's a 5-second video. It's really short. It's a fun little one. Check it out, please. It's right there. Again, the blue corner. Try to explain board games. Then it'll be animated.
Okay, so the game is called
right there?
Codenames.
I don't know.
What don't you know?
I don't know. I don't get it.
Okay, well, I haven't started explaining the rules yet. Do you not want to play? We don't have to play.
What? No, I want to play.
Okay.
So,
What does this mean? I will get to that. That is not a thing you explain first. Okay, if you're not going to explain the rules clearly. All right. When you touch that, you lose. Why? I will get to that. I haven't started yet.
guess I'll just figure.
Anyway, that's from Paramount Animation. We're only halfway there. There's a little bit more to try to explain how it works. Maybe they'll figure it out. We're not going to do the next one because it's literally an hour long.
And I was there.
A few people were there. And we're not going to do Trixie Palooza either. God damn it. Okay. Alright. A quick Russian one.
Стон и фижма. Какая еще фирма? Хватит выдумывать! Ну как? Фижма. Юбка такая. Хорошо. У нас тут дама. Она в юбках понимает лучше всех. Ты знаешь, что такое фижма?
Yep. Yeah, there was no English translation at all, but I think it translates itself. So, yeah, this is from Tweak Studio, and it's all in Russian. I literally cannot pronounce that. But sure, check it out anyway, because it is pretty good animation, too. And now, finally, to wrap it all up for the evening, Princess Luna is Looking for a Hobby by Forga Lorga.
Oh, that is just rude. She doesn't understand, does she?
I think it's less understanding and more patience.
Oh, Cyberpunk 2077.
God, I know this feelings too well.
You didn't do your job.
She's retired. Why do you think she's looking for a hobby?
Skyrim!
I think the joke is that she just spent all her time on the character creator.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yep.
Yes.
We all know that feeling, but what other hobbies does Princess Luna try? Well, you have to go to Forga Lorga and check it all out. But for now, I'd say it's time to wrap up the show for the evening. Getting our closeout song in. And there it is. And we had some fun tonight. We also were able to have a great discussion about Rainbow Dash, the heel of a wrestler on the CW, because apparently wrestling is now on CW and I didn't realize it. So but it worked. And also we're going to be bringing back 3.5 now. You're welcome. But before we do all of that, let's go ahead and get our final shout outs in for the evening by everybody. starting off with Coal Dust.
Shouts out to all the amazing artists out there who are still making really awesome art. Go check them out.
And Crazy Mac Captain.
Fires, explosions, fossil events, forget the LA Rome things. There should be a stream on Wednesday.
Alright, and DM21.
Have a great week. Stay healthy and
Alright, Textalion.
Right, all.
And Tokoi.
Bottle will be linked in the chat in a bit. Have a good night, all.
And finally, Suki of the Otaku Ascended.
Bye.
Alright, and just a reminder to check out Wednesday for the Wednesday crew doing Wednesday shenanigans. Tune in on Sunday for Circuits Gaming Room, where Proud World will continue to be our goal as we try to explore all of the new content in rapid pace, or at least an attempt at rapid pace. Also, be sure to tune in an hour early on Mondays for the pre-show with pre-show shenanigans and pre-show fun. It's always a good time. And also, if you are catching us live, we have the Coffee House After Party, which is only on our Vaughn. So you have to see it on the Vaughn stream, or you will not be able to see it at all. I'm sorry, but that's just the way it works, because we do not record it. But with that, we'd like to give a big shout out to all of our chatters. Thank you in IRC to Crazy Night Captain for keeping an eye on the chat. And they Sakai, Cool Dude, Fantastic Red, Techman, Tech Center, this again, Bigly Creepy. And yay, Archivers. Also want to give a big shout out to everybody out there who is watching the Brony Show, whether you're watching us live on YouTube and Twitch, or you're watching the archives on YouTube, Twitch, or wherever archives may be uploaded. I'm actually looking at a few options at this point. But however you catch the Brony Show, however you catch us all, however you enjoy all of this, thank you. Thank you so much for your time, your attention, your love, your support. I actually have been seeing notes on old episodes about how much people have been able to get a nostalgia bomb from our old podcasts, and how some people are really enjoying the new podcast because they see videos and things that they may have not been warned about. So I know we are doing something to at least get attention to some of the great Brony content out there, and it makes me happy that, that everything I'm hoping for, that everything I was hoping to do is still happening here. And well, my mind is slowly melting, and I'm going to guess it's because of the winter months and nothing else. I'm going to go ahead and get us started off with our closeout from BGM Pony Degeneracy with Overcast. And I hope you all have a good night.
Clouds in the sky can make a man wonder why the Pegasi made today so overcast. It's raining fast. Any plans for the outside are trashed. I've read every book a dozen times, could recite any poem line for line. What's left to do but make something new? Just kick back and let your heart guide your hose. Raindrops on the window. A chill makes it turn to ice and snow. A tranquil sight, a snowflake's flight, shining bright even in the dead of night. I can't learn a thing stuck indoors. I'll just sing a song so I won't be bored. No sunny rays, just shades of gray. Nothing else but to sit down and play.
I kind of want a rainy day now just to relax. Coffee House After Party coming up in just a moment. See you.